Question 4. The line L is a tangent to the circle x squared plus y squared equals 20 at the point 4, 2. The line L crosses the x-axis at the point P. Work out the coordinates of point P. I would not do this without some sort of quick sketch of this situation, and also just writing out for myself as well. I would just probably usually write out that I know that x squared plus y squared is equal to the radius squared. So therefore, this is the symbol for therefore, the radius squared is equal to the radius squared is equal to 20, so the radius must be root 20. And root 20 I can simplify by looking for a square factor. It's root 4 root 5, which is 2 root 5. So I might just write that out to begin with. I don't know how relevant it will be in this case. And I would also draw a little sketch of this situation. Now at GCSE level, you're only going to be dealing with circles that are around the origin. So we've got a situation here. I'll try to, where you've got a circle. I'll try to do it. It really doesn't matter about how accurate your circle is. It's really, mine isn't great. But what I did make sure is I kind of got this point here, because this is going to be my point 4, 2. This is my relevant point. And line L is a tangent to that. So if I, at that point, so here's my tangent to that point. So I know that it's going to have a negative gradient. It's telling me a few different things. And it's going to cross here, and that, and it's going to cross here, and it crosses the x-axis at point P. So I want to work out what this point is here, because that's my x-axis. Now, to work out the gradient of that tangent, I'm first going to look at the radius, because I know that the tangent is perpendicular to the radius. So here's my radius. And my radius I can see, so my gradient of the radius is the amount up divided by my amount across is 2 over 4, which is a half. So I know that my gradient of the tangent is at right angles. So is right angles to the radius. And if it's right angles to the radius, it's the negative reciprocal, which is a posh way of saying that I'm going to, it would be the negative amount, which when times by a half will give you the answer. Well, when times by half will give you -1. So my negative reciprocal, or I'm going to turn it upside down and put a minus in front of it, you may know. So that's equal to -2. So there's my gradient of the tangent. So it's going through -2, and I've got a point. So I'm going to write out my equation. So y equals, it's got a gradient of -2, so -2x, and then it's going through something here. I don't know what that is. Okay. So this is the way I would do it. So let's put in the values we know. That's my x-coordinate, that's my y-coordinate. So 2 equals -2 times by 4 plus c. So 2 equals -8 plus c. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. That gives me 10 equals c. So I know the equation for that line, okay, which is y equals -2x, I knew that already, and I've just worked out what c is, plus 10. Now, what I need to work out is this point. Well, that point is when y equals 0, right? When you go through the x-axis, the y equals 0. So I'm going to rewrite this as what 0 equals -2x plus 10. Add 2x to both sides, 2x equals 10, and divide both sides by 2. X equals 5. That's quite a long method, and going through each step very carefully, you could have found that a lot more easily by using a sort of common sense method, which is telling you that if this is at 4, 2, and your gradient is -2, then if you go one more along, right, you're going to have to go down 2, so this is going to be the point 50. So that would be a sort of common sense way to work out that the x equals 5. And I think it asks you for the coordinates. So in the end, your coordinates you're going to have to write as 5, 0. There's your answer. Okay. Go for the common sense method. I just wanted to talk this through with you, in case, because you may well need this in another question of a similar type.